Sometimes good things just seem to happen and when you don't expect them. This board is not going to get cut. The width is just fine, it's just a hair over. I can tune that up. I'm going to leave these ends along. I was considering going, flush here and then just having the one end long. And the reason for that is to clamp it so that it doesn't move. I think I can get away with doing this, and ideally it would be probably an inch longer on both ends, but I'm not making a new base. This is going to be just fine. I got about 1 inch off of each end here. Where's my ruler? That's 1 inch. Yep, about 1 1/8 inches. So I got about 1 1/16 inches I can go on both ends to give me a little clamping space here. I like it. So I'm going to put a couple of alignment pins in here for dowels, or dowel alignment pins, just to keep this from moving around when I glue it up. But that should be good. And before I do that though, I need to figure out the length. I don't need all of this for the length of this. I probably only need about half of it. So I'll cut that back. I'll set that in there and see where the bed is with that. Where did I put that? There it is. Too close. So I thread that in a little bit. Let's say about that far. How much more am I going to need? About that much. This tool is a lifesaver. It allows the threaded rod to go through the ratchet. That's good. Spins freely and there's little to no play. Alright, let's turn this back over. Make sure this thing's going to work. Oh, I got it on 2. Okay, it goes over here then. Alright, so I catch that. Yeah, Houston, we have a problem. This knob is too big. Now I can handle this in one of 2 ways. I could notch out a little trough right here so that thing could sit down and I'd still have my clamping wing. Or I cut it off and put a couple of cross pieces in here that I can clamp to on the back side. works beautifully, but needs a locking system. I can push down on this and raise that down there at the end, so I don't want that happening. I don't, once you're running your plane through here, I don't know if that's going to be an issue, but I can't find out the hard way, I guess. So I can raise this up. Let's see, I got to turn them the opposite direction. Yeah. Make sure I can get them both up to 0 here. I don't plan on going to 0, but it looks good. That's probably about a 1/16. Nice. Let's see. I can't have that. I could take care of that with a hand plane. Alright, well, anyway, what I need to do is get a lock in here, and what I plan to do is take this out, if I can get it out, and locate a couple holes, maybe one here and one out here. Put a T-nut in there and put a couple knobs on the back to tighten up to just one side, not both sides. So it'll square up to one side only. And I think that that'd be the way to do it. Alright, I'm trying to make this as simple as I can. This, you have to remember, I cut this end off at 10 degrees, which is probably too much. I could have gone 5 and left a little more meat here, but at any rate, had I not cut it off, center would have been 1 inch. I'm going to cheat just a little bit this way, 1.25 inches. So that puts my center line right here. And then to get my groove out here, it's going to be 2 inches. I'm going to make the groove first, and then use my transfer punch to transfer punch a mark onto the bed where I'll drill for a T-nut. And my plan is that, bring this over again, my plan is that the locking knob will be on the back side here, and pull it, the rod will go all the way through, or the bolt, whatever it ends up being, will go all the way through to the T-nut on the opposite side of the bed and pull it tight to this side of the jig. Sorry. I got the 2 holes drilled on the other end. I want to show you this technique I use. So I've located this hole, and to get a parallel hole going this way, all I do is use the distance I want to travel, which is 3/4 inch, plus the blade. So I shouldn't say plus the bit. So half the bit. So 5/8 of an inch plus an eighth gives me a 3/4 of an inch. So now I can go right along my stop here, and I know that I'll be parallel to my corner there. So now, before I make that slot, and I think I'll probably just come in here and drill another hole and just take it out with a chisel. Alright, I've got this bed in here in the right orientation. I've got 2 business cards, one on each end, and they're just about perfect for movement this way. So that's good. I like that. And I've got it sitting probably a 1/16 of an inch proud of the top, or of the stops. Yeah. So I'm gonna, this being the highest I want it to go, I'm gonna put a punch on center punch on these 2 spots. Right. So this will be one. Still there. Just a smidge higher over here. Okay. This isn't critical that these be identical, because it is going to be moving up and down. Alright. So there are my marks. Here and here. This is where the through hole goes through, and on the other side is where the T-nut is going to mount. So I'll drill this hole. So yeah, let's just go a 1/4 inch, see how it looks. If I have to widen the hole, I will do that. I probably will end up doing that anyway, just because I need that thing to travel freely and be able to bind that thing up at 90 degrees to that edge. I'm going to countersink this deeper than normal because I want to give the threads of the bolt, or whatever lock I use, the opportunity to engage this whole T-nut and go past. So I'm going to go about a 1/4 of an inch deep. Alright, another one of these good news, bad news situations. This hole this hole on the left is perfect, if I can get it lined up. There. So my knob, I can get this thing threaded in, and it goes in nice and easy. And I'm happy with that. This one, however, is off. Now, I just had this revelation. I was thinking I'd have to redo the T-nut under there, and I don't think I do. I am off by maybe a 32nd of an inch. What happened, or what I think happened, is that this side now is tight pretty much to the end, and this side is double thickness. Now I'm going to go with my original plan. I'm going to plug this and plug it in the back, take that T-nut out, and once I get this cured up and dried, I will re-drill this. Not that big a deal because this is not going to be seen, and it's not going to be under any stress really. It's just a bolt pulling through, so I'll be good with that. So I'll do that, and then tomorrow morning I'll be able to redo this. I'll fill this with an oak dowel on both ends.
He might have tripped himself. Yeah, that's right.
Minnesota 4, 2-minute minor, tripping.
5:51 to go. John Merrill to the box in a 2-2 game.
All right, back at it. The repair's been made, cleaned up, and they're ready to go back to the drill press. This 3/4 inch repair, I took, it was only about a 1/4 inch deep. I took it about 3/4 of an inch deep, so I had a good bite of glue on that. And then this distance here remained, the rest of the way, probably 1 3/4 inches, I guess. So I'm going to put this back in, and I'm going to locate it with this pin on this side so it cannot move, and then re-drill it.